Okay, so it seems that we have some even more good news about Ironmouse, and this one is actually pretty insane. Now, if you don't know, obviously, a couple of weeks ago, we probably wouldn't have been saying that things were going so well for her, especially with the fact that there's been many haters and many people that have been going after things, for example, like her music. Obviously, ever since the whole Rakai and Ray drama, people have been targeting her and her music and literally anything that she likes, and to essentially harass her and to essentially, yeah, just make her life a living hell. And yeah, the song was taken down from Spotify multiple times, being Cry For Me, featuring Booby, who obviously is voiced by CDogVA, and it's been worked on by other people, including people like shirobeats and stuff, who were the producers behind it, as well as holocg. And yeah, it obviously kept on getting taken down from her Spotify, and it kept going back up again and back down again, back up again. And obviously that was all due to the fact of these haters that were copyright striking her songs and things, to the point where obviously she called out Spotify literally on Twitter, saying, so this was the reason why Cry For Me was taken down. And yeah, it seems like people have been uploading fake versions, especially ones with like kind of racist material in it, which obviously is absolutely horrible to see. And yeah, have been essentially copyright striking the original song, the real song, which is why they had such an issue. But it seems like that has been sorted out now, with them saying it's all up. And now it seems like there's an even bigger achievement with Cry For Me actually hitting the global viral 50 at number 3, which I think is absolutely incredible. Because if you don't know, recently we covered the fact that they hit 10 million streams over on Spotify, and it seems like it keeps doing even better as we take a look over on Spotify, and this is the viral 50, where essentially some of the top songs that have been going viral are at the very highest point, right? And you can see here, Ironmouse, the Cry For Me live version, which again, I don't know if they're separate because, you've got this version. You've also got a live version, which comes from her Club Ironmouse album, which seems to be a lot more popular. I'm not sure why. But again, me personally, I prefer studio versions, but maybe people are preferring the live version. So again, that is really great to see. And it seems that they are number 4 right now, but they're still very, very high up. And I definitely recommend going and streaming this if you want it to continue to do well, because again, it seems like they've gained a ton of streams and things, especially over, with the virality of this song, because people have been hating on it, people have been talking about it, people have been pretty nasty, right, in terms of TikToks and things. But I think this has almost kind of in a way helped them out, right? This has helped them out in terms of promoting the songs to people who would actually want to listen to it, and also some people have kind of, I guess, cozied up to the song or cozied up to the idea of listening to it, and now I've been, kind of putting it in their playlist or whatever. And yeah, it seems like that kind of effort has put them into the viral 50, which is, yeah, the most viral tracks right now, which is at number 4. And bear in mind, this is beating out some pretty big names, right? For example, you got Longshot here, who recently just, released this song. Again, massive kind of K-pop group that have literally just kind of debuted. She's done better than them. She's done better than N-Hyphen, which I think is absolutely insane. Done better than Lil Uzi. So many like really, really big artists, right? These aren't small artists. And yeah, sure, obviously this is virality. So some of them are going down because they've been up there for a while. But again, to be at number 4 on there is absolutely crazy. And to even hit number 3 at one point is also insane too. And as I said, if you guys want to help with that and help continue to promote it and hopefully get it onto even more playlists in the future, then definitely go stream it on Spotify and other places as well. And yeah, as you can see, this has got 11.3 million streams, which obviously a couple days ago it was at 10 million from the 15th of January. So that's 4 days. It has managed to get 1.3 million views in 4 days, which is pretty insane, right? Or streams, whatever you want to call it, right? Which again, crazy. I think this is one of her most successful songs of all time, which I think is really, really great. Obviously, you got like King and stuff that was hit like 5 million, which were already very, very popular from her, the cover of King, obviously. And also, yeah, the Baby No Money song, which she featured on his album, also, at the very top there at 108 million, due to the fact, he is a very popular artist. And also, it was a very good song as well. That is one of the ones that I do like. As I said, I don't listen to all of them. And we said this with the haters as well. If you don't like it, you don't need to watch it. And that's the same thing with like Cry For Me. I don't really listen to Cry For Me, but I do listen to a lot of the other ones, like 1-800 and, some of the other ones like King. I've got that one in my playlist. and Hollow Hunger as well. I'm pretty sure I do. So yeah, again, you know, I think it is more so a taste thing. She does a big, you know, plethora of music, as well as like stuff like Music Box of Fate as well. That is a really, really good one that I definitely recommend going to listen to, because again, it's slightly different, which I thought was really, really cool. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's just looking like a really good time for Ironmouse right now. And I think a lot of the haters are going to be very, very angry, right? And, you know, they continue on and on and on to try and harass and attack her, especially over on places like TikTok. As we've mentioned before, you know, Rakai's audience and Ray's audience have always gone after her for the most stupid things, for example, like her music. But, you know, they never have like a real good reason to actually hate on her, right? They're just hating on her because they dislike the fact that she said she felt uncomfortable, you know, interacting with them, which I think is pretty crazy. And there are still people to this day who will still do that, right? Like we saw with the situation yesterday with the whole Hatsune Miku colorful stage thing, where essentially people were bringing up the fact of the, you know, the I was shaking thing. That was, you know, it's a very, very common thing that people keep bringing up in regards to this situation. And they were mentioning it in the Hatsune Miku colorful stage thing, like that matters, right? And again, I do think it is a mix of people now that have kind of just like latched onto Ironmouse as a kind of hate watcher, I guess, and are going to continue doing this kind of harassment. And maybe, you know, they're not even necessarily a Rakai or a Ray fan or whatever, and maybe they were, and they've become more of a fan of Ironmouse in the past couple of days or couple of weeks or so, in terms of constantly watching what she is doing, constantly interacting with almost every single one of her things that she puts out, either it's music, tweets, you know, YouTube videos, streams, whatever. Again, they constantly interact with it. Again, as I said, you're kind of acting more like a fan than an actual Ironmouse fan, which I do think is quite funny, because it seems like some people are starting to convert and some people are starting to go, actually, you know what, maybe this song wasn't so bad, maybe I'll give it another try. And yeah, obviously a lot of people are thinking that. 11.3 million people are thinking, hey, this song's actually not too bad. And yeah, obviously many people streaming it now, and hopefully that should bring in a lot of money as well, depending on whatever they kind of publish that through. But hopefully this does, I guess, you know, get Ironmouse to make more songs right in the future, because again, with Cry For Me, she might have been pretty down in terms of the fact of how much people have been hating on her and hating on her music specifically, because that's the thing that they were going after. They were going specifically after her music and specifically after her face, which obviously they never actually did do. But again, they ended up posting like images of like random girls that they found on Pinterest or like on Google or whatever, like claiming it was her, which obviously was extremely messed up. But yeah, the main thing obviously that's going to affect her was the fact that, yeah, people were going after her music. It was going viral on TikTok for essentially people hating on it and things like that. And yeah, obviously, hopefully this does kind of give her the kind of, I guess, what do you call it, motivation to get, you know, make more music. Like it's fine that obviously, you know, it did get this much attention and this much negative attention, and hopefully it can just kind of like move forward. And yeah, obviously she can just make music in the future, especially with some of the funds that maybe have come from this song too. But yeah, I mean, overall, very, very good news. Many Ironmouse fans very, very happy too. Be saying, crying with pride, let's go, saying congrats. Say, yo, congrats, that's wonderful news. You sang your butt off. I said, is this true? So, congrats, Ironmouse, for all backing you all the way, saying you earned it. You're an inspiration to all of us. I said, I discovered you and your song yesterday and was captivated by your voice. So again, people still finding out about Ironmouse, you know, to this day. And I think that is obviously one of the main things that, you know, this kind of trending thing has helped her with, right? Although it has been a negative kind of ride and a lot of it has been negative attention, many positive people have also kind of caught on to this, which I think, you know, is 100% true. But yeah, that's essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I do think it was a very, very great achievement that I just kind of wanted to share with you, because again, I think it is great just to share that Ironmouse is still doing good despite a lot of the stuff that has been going on lately. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. Go over to Games Up, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.